What's going on, YouTubers? This is Just a Plain Guy, Brandon. Back to you again today on March 28th. A rainy Monday here in Los Angeles, but we love our rain here, don't we? I'm bringing to you another model unboxing and review on the KLM Orange Pride 777-300ER by Boeing. Not only is it in the Orange Pride livery, it is also in the 100 years livery as well. As you can see by the box, we have the 100-year logo, and we also have the KLM and the Orange Pride. And we're going to get into some information and background history to why they changed and merged this color scheme with the regular blue. Now, as I said in my last video, a lot of this information is outdated, going back to almost 2016, so it's a few years old. But as I said in my last video, we always do like to hear the history behind these aircraft and the paint schemes that they come out with. So this model is a JC Wings model, and we have a lot of information on the back of the box, which you guys can, pause and look over at your pleasure. Manufacturer Boeing, overall length 73.9 meters, wingspan 64.8, excuse me, height 18.5, number of engines 2, and the engine type, which is the GE90 115B engines, which have a distinct sound that you can hear from almost anywhere, especially on final approach. To me, these are one of the most common engines that you can describe by your ear, if that makes sense. So it's a beautiful model. As you can see, the model's already out of the box. So let me see here. So we're going to give you a little information. I'm going to pull the model in real quick so you guys can, there we go. So you guys can get a gist of how that looks. Absolutely beautiful model. Let's turn it around right there for you. Okay, there we have it. The JC Wings KLM 777-300ER by Boeing. I purchased this model from a collector that was on Instagram. I will not give out his name because he has asked me not to, but I'm sure you guys will be able to find him if you really search him out. I saw that he had this model, and I reached out to him and I asked him if he was selling it, which he does. He does do model sales. Some models he won't give up, some models he will, and he was I was fortunate enough to get this model because this is a highly sought after model, and I don't believe that they're going to be making any more of these in the near future unless they decide to revamp this color scheme. So we're going to get into it a little bit here. I'm just going to give you a little bit of information on how the Orange Pride came about. And so like I said, some of this information is outdated, about what, 3 or 4 years outdated now. But as I keep saying, we like to hear the history of these aircraft and how they came about. So we're going to get into some of the history of the color scheme we're looking at here, and we're going to get into some of the history of how KLM started. Then we'll go down to the seating configurations, and then we'll go through like the engines and slats, flats, ailerons, spoilers, APU, and things like that. And then we'll wrap it up. Okay, so KLM Dutch Airlines, excuse me, KLM Dutch Airlines on June 14th, 2016, introduced its unique orange colored Boeing 777-300ER. Registration PHBVA. The well-known KLM blue is being combined with orange highlights. The transition between the two colors features an aspect of the Dutch flag. The combination emphasizes KLM's Dutch roots and pride in the national color of the Netherlands. The introduction of the special aircraft was partly prompted by a social media post KLM published on King's Day 2015. At the time, KLM's followers were presented with a picture of an orange aircraft, along with the question, should we color orange next year on King's Day? Hashtag Orange Experience. 30,000 likes and 2,500 positive responses later, KLM rolls out its only orange aircraft on June 14th. KLM will deploy the orange Boeing 777 on routine flights within the network whenever possible during events that offer opportunities to promote the Netherlands. This aircraft will debut this summer and will be in operation on the Rio de Janeiro-Amsterdam route during the Olympic Games. On the 22nd of August, KLM will use this orange Boeing to operate the medal flight that brings the Dutch Olympic heroes home. Okay, the painting procedure. 335 liters of paint were used to spray the aircraft orange, fading into KLM's distinctive blue. Applying the colors in multiple, thin layers requires less paint, and the sustainable chromate-free paint can be easily washed off. The colors of the Dutch flag have been incorporated in the transition between orange and blue, completing the aircraft's Dutch image. It took a team of 35 people 4 days to spray on the orange livery. That's pretty impressive. So that was a little bit of history of how the Orange Pride came into being. So now we're going to go to a little bit of history of KLM, if you guys don't mind. Okay, so we're not going to go through everything, but we're just going to give you a gist of how the airline came into being. Okay, so I'm going to have a little trouble pronouncing KLM because it's abbreviated, but let's just say KLM Dutch Airlines Royal Aviation Company is the flag carrier airline of the Netherlands. KLM is headquartered in Amstelveen, I hope I said that right, Amstelveen, with its hub at nearby Amsterdam Airport Schiphol. It is part of the Air France KLM group and a member of the SkyTeam Airline Alliance. Founded in 1919, KLM is the oldest operating airline in the world and has 35,488 employees with a fleet of 110. As of 2021, KLM operates scheduled passenger and cargo services to 145 destinations. So let's see what else we got on KLM here. Okay, let's look at some of the hubs that they have. As we said, Amsterdam Airport Schiphol, that's their hub. The alliance are with SkyTeam Cargo. Subsidiaries are KLM City Hopper, KLM Asia, Martin Air, Transavia, and Signific. Okay. Let's see what else they have. Let's talk about this KLM Air France merger. So as you can see, on a lot of KLM airlines, they have the SkyTeam merger logo. In January 1993, the United States Department of Transportation granted KLM and Northwest Airlines antitrust immunity, which allowed them to intensify their partnership. As of September 1993, the airlines operate their flights between the United States and Europe as part of a joint venture. In March 1994, KLM and Northwest Airlines introduced world business class on intercontinental routes. KLM's stake in Northwest Airlines was increased to 25% in 1994. KLM introduced the Boeing 777-300ER in July 1995. In January 1996, KLM acquired a 20% share in Kenya Airways, the flag carrier airline of Kenya. In 1997, Pieter Bouw resigned as president of KLM and was succeeded by Leo van Wyk. In August 1998, KLM repurchased all regular shares from the Dutch government to make KLM a private company. On November 1st, 1999, KLM founded Air Cares, a communication and fundraising platform supporting worthy causes and focusing on unprivileged children. That's awesome. Excuse the rain. It's heavy rain today out here. KLM renewed its intercontinental fleets by replacing the Boeing 767s, Boeing 747-300s, and eventually the McDonnell Douglas MD-11s, and we all remember those, especially the MD-11s, with the Boeing 777-200ERs and Airbus A330-200s. Some 747s were withdrawn from service fleet. The MD-11s remained in service until October 2014. The first Boeing 777 was received on October 25, 2003, while the first Airbus A330-200 was introduced on August 25, 2005. Okay. A little more information on the Air France-KLM merger. On September 30th, 2003, Air France and KLM agreed to a merger plan in which Air France and KLM would become subsidiaries of a holding company called Air France-KLM. Both airlines will retain their own brands. Both Charles de Gaulle Airport and Amsterdam Schiphol would become key hubs. In February of 2004, the European Commission and the United States Department of Justice approved proposed merger of the airlines. In April of 2004, an exchange offer in which KLM shareholders exchanged their KLM shares for Air France shares took place. Since May 5th of 2004, Air France-KLM has been listed on the Euronext exchanges in Paris, Amsterdam, and New York. September 2004, the merger was completed by creation of the Air France-KLM holding company. The merger resulted in the world's largest airline group The merger resulted in the world's largest airline group and should have led to an estimated annual cost saving between 400 million and 500 million euros. It did not appear that KLM's long-lasting joint venture with Northwest Airlines, which merged with Delta in 2008, was affected by the merger with Air France. KLM and Northwest joined the SkyTeam Alliance in September of 2004. Also in 2004, senior management came under fire for providing itself with controversial bonuses after the merger with Air France, while 4,500 jobs were lost at KLM after external pressure. Management gave up on the bonuses. In March of 2007, KLM started to use Amadeus reservation system along with partner Kenya after 10 years as president of the airline. Beginning in September 2010, KLM integrated the passenger division of Martin Air into KLM, transferring all personnel and all routes. By November 2011, Martin Air consisted of only the cargo and maintenance division. We have a lot to go here. In March 2011, KLM and Incel Air reached an agreement for mutual cooperation on Incel Air destinations, thus expanding its passenger service. Beginning on March 27, 2011, KLM passengers could fly to all Incel Air destinations through Incel's hubs in Curacao and Saint Martin. This cooperation was extended to a code share agreement in 2012. Okay, fast forward into 2020, being heavily affected by the COVID-19 pandemic, KLM cut at least 6,000 jobs total. It is also said the decisions of the government to have all passengers and crew COVID-19 tested before flying will have an impact on its flights. On December 16, 2021, Air France-KLM announced an order of 100 Airbus A320neos to be divided between Transavia and KLM. Okay. So that's a little information on KLM right there. Let's see if we can let's talk about a little bit of the seating configuration here for the Boeing 777-300ER. So the Boeing 777-300ER, no, let's see, that's not what I want. That's not what I want. Let's see here. Okay. Y'all bear with me. We're trying to go through some information here. Hope you guys are liking the model. Like I said, this model was very, very hard to find, and I'm glad I found it because Trust me when I say, trust me when I say you can't find this really much anywhere now. So let me see. We're just looking for the seating configuration here. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, so the KLM 777 Orange Pride consists of a 3-class configuration with 34 flatbed world business seats, 40 economy comfort seats, and 334 standard economy class seats. So that's pretty amazing to hear the history of this airline, to hear the history of how the Orange Pride came into being. And obviously they're celebrating 100, well, they celebrated 100 years. Hopefully they can go another 100. And so yeah, let's get into a little bit of the model before we wrap it up. As I said, this is the JC Wings KLM 777-300ER by Boeing. And one thing I like about JC Wings, and I know this is probably the last thing you guys want to see, is the stands. Now, if you look at the stands right here, if it'll focus, if you can see that, JC Wings always does a good job, high quality models. But what I like about them is that they actually put the name of the airline on the stand. And that's one thing I wish that Gemini Jets would do. I know In-Flight does it and JC Wings does it. That's really taking detail to the next level. As you can see, KLM, Boeing 777-300ER, 1 to 200 scale. So I just thought I'd show you guys that. If you guys can find this model, you know, you got to do some searching. Like I said, I got lucky. I got blessed to find it. And thank you to the gentleman who sold it to me. But yeah, so let's get into the model just a little bit before we wrap it up. And like I said, it's raining out here. So if you guys hear that rain, hopefully it's just for today. But starting out, as we talked about, we have the Air France KLM merger, and we have the SkyTeam Alliance, which you're a part of. We have our L1 door, that beautiful KLM Orange Pride, and the 100-year livery. Look at that. And then how it blends into the blue. Just absolutely gorgeous. Obviously, we have our registration, PHBVA. Got our beautiful KLM tail, our APU exhaust outlet right there. Okay. And we have the beautiful GE90 115B engines. I'm going to try to... And those engines, they do spin. They do spin. I don't have a little stick or anything to show you guys, but take my word for it, they do spin. And on this side, you see we have the cockpit windows. We have E-tops. That means it can go long range distances. So this is the E-tops aircraft. Then we have our pitot tubes and static ports right there, if you can see them. Our nose cone. Just a beautiful aircraft. I can't get over this. I just can't get over this orange coloring. I hope they don't change this. This aircraft does come in to LAX, but it's really rare. I know you guys don't always want to hear the negatives, but when you guys get models like these, just to be aware, just to be, you know, cautious, sometimes the engines, they do come off. But don't worry, that's what a little bit of Gorilla Glue is for. So if you guys have some Gorilla Glue, just go ahead and Gorilla Glue that back on. But sometimes, the engines will come off, because of movement around and mishandling of the model. So that is one downside to having these collectibles. And we're going to give you a little overhead view of the model here. Just absolutely gorgeous. And then you see we have our flaps, slats, ailerons, spoilers. We also have our fuel dump valve right there. I'm gonna zoom into that. I don't know if you guys can see that too good, if it'll focus. Probably won't. There we go. That little tube right there is a fuel dump valve. And then we have our emergency exit door, and then our directions to exit the aircraft. We have our wording on the left wing, no step. Beautiful raked wings. And back to those beautiful GE 90 115B engines. I'm not gonna complain about them not having the GE logo on there, because KLM logo is fine enough. We already know what GE 90s look like and how they sound. But guys, I'm telling you, this aircraft, every time I pull it out the box, if we just, oh my goodness, do you see the main landing gear right there? Oh my goodness. Sorry for the, just look at that coloration. How it just blends. It's almost like a snake. You know how a snake has those beautiful colorations and it blends in? That's what I think about when I see this Orange Pride livery. Look at a little bit of the purple in there. Just absolutely gorgeous. And you got the landing gear, so highly detailed. Just highly detailed from top to bottom. JC Wings does a good job. And like I said about the stand, you know, you can't go wrong with, you know, when you get a model of this prestige and when you get a model of this class and elegant, it's so elegant, you want to know what the model's about. You want to know what the model says. And JC Wings does a bang up job of their models with their stands. And then, as a lot of you may know, you got to respect the box. I used to be one that didn't really care about the boxes until I started seeing so many different colorations and, you know, especially with JC Wings. I mean, don't get me wrong. In flight and, no, not in flight. Don't get me wrong. Gemini Jets, you know, they have good boxes, but their boxes are kind of plain. So JC Wings does a very good job of describing to you what you're getting, the dimensions, specifications, all that. And that's what you want when you buy something. Like when you're going to spend $160 to $250 for these models, you want the best. So this has been another model review. I hope you guys like it. I really hope you guys like it. Please comment, share, like, and subscribe. And I'm going to be coming to you guys with some more models. So, like I said, hopefully you guys can get your hands on this. You know what? Let's put it on the stand just so you guys can see it on the stand real quick. Okay. Just so you guys can see how it would look in flight. All right. So there you guys go. The KLM 777-300ER in the Orange Pride livery and 100 years. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this model review. I hope you guys have enjoyed a little bit of the information on this aircraft. And we will see you soon. Still trying to figure out how I'm going to do these model reviews, what days I should do them. If you guys want to throw your suggestions in there, feel free. Let me know when I should do these. Should I do these on a Wednesday? Should I do them every day? Right now, we're looking at maybe 2 models a week. So we'll get back to you guys on that. But if you guys have liked this, please give me a thumbs up. Please like this video. Let's get this out to YouTube and show them that, hey, this guy's got some good stuff coming out. So yeah, appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Stay blessed. Stay safe. And we'll see you on the next one.